What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In the last video, we had finished obviously scaping the tank, getting the sand, water, filling it, and everything like that. Off camera, I did go ahead and put in the heaters, so the tank is up to temp. Today's video, we're going to be moving some of the fish into this tank, so stay tuned. So like I said, guys, we've got the ceramic medias in here as well. I didn't put that in the last video. Heaters are in. Only one of them is plugged in right now. But you can see the tank is up to temp. I have it set to 82. Everything in here is looking great. It is still a little hazy, but that's totally fine. As you know, it's 180 gallons more of new water, so it's probably going through a little cycle. We are going to be moving the 4 adult ultums along with the Priscilla tetras that are in here into this tank. I'm going to be taking their sponge filter and squeezing the heck out of it inside of the sump just to get the some beneficial bacteria in there. And I will be putting the sump in the filter, sorry, inside of the sump as well. So it's kind of like an instant cycle. And then again, I will be dosing the tank or the sump with Fritzzyme 7 live nitrifying bacteria. So I'll be putting that in there as well to really make sure that the cycle doesn't crash or there's no blips or anything like that. So let's get to draining some of this water out. I'm a little fish room assistant. Draining some of this water out into a bucket, catching the 4 ultums, sorry, and the Priscilla tetras, and getting them into this tank. I've got my hose here, got my bucket. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the bucket with tank water to get the ultums and the Priscilla tetras scooped out. Ooh, just flung water all over the place. To get them scooped out and then get them transferred into the 180. So let's get to siphoning out some water. Let's see here. This guy can go into there. And we'll just... No water in the mouth is always a good thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna... I know this water is kind of dirty and cloudy and stuff, but it is their tank water, and there is a little bit of beneficial bacteria in the water. A majority of it is, in the sponge filter and generally in the substrate and stuff like that, but obviously this is a bare bottom tank, so majority of it, if not almost all of it, is in this sponge filter, which again I will be putting into the sump, but I'd rather transfer them over with a little bit of their water. Doesn't hurt, doesn't do anything what might muck up the tank a little bit, but the 180 is still a little bit cloudy. Hopefully, once I get the cycled media and stuff in there, the beneficial bacteria will help clear up some of that cloudy water and stuff like that. So got my net. This is the biggest net I have, unfortunately. So I'm gonna make do with this. But let's go ahead and net out these ultums real quick. Hopefully they don't flip out too bad, which they more than likely will. But let's see. We're gonna single you out, buddy. Come on, swim right into the... Jesus, this thing is way bigger than my net. Come on, buddy. I may have to do a different approach to this because these guys are, I'm going to have to go a different approach. These guys are way too big for this net, so I'm going to see if maybe I can try to catch them by hand. Okay, I lied. I'm actually going to drain a lot more of this water out, get it down to maybe around here or so. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to get the water down to about here or so, and then scoop the fish out and get them over. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to use a lot of their water in the their tank, but it's okay because I did, obviously you can see I took their sponge filter out, wring it out in there, and it created a cloudy mess, so there should be plenty of beneficial bacteria in there. So let me just drain this real quick and then we'll get back to trying to catch some fish. We got the water pretty far down. I think it's far down enough. Got some water in the bucket. I'm gonna go ahead and try to maybe hand catch these guys, but again, I'm not too sure how that's gonna work. So let me see if they'll even allow me to get that close to them, because these guys are super skittish. They're very jumpy. I'm gonna double net this. This is a 2-net job for sure. I got my 2 nets. Let's give this a shot. Let's see here. Nope, completely missed. Got one. Okay. Wow, these guys are beautiful. Oh man, I wish I could show you guys, but you can kind of see here. I don't want to get them too far from the water. Don't want them to flop around on the floor accidentally or anything like that. Oh, Come on. There we go. Right into the net, number 2. Okay, beautiful. Wow, this one's even bigger. Oh yeah, this is gonna look so good. Super excited to finally be getting these guys into big tank number 3. Let's go. This is a lot easier than I expected. Wow. Oh man. And last one, number 4. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oop, oop. Almost juked me. Almost juked me, but I got you. Oh man, that guy's huge. I think that may have been the biggest one. Let's see. You know what? We'll get these guys into the tank, 180. I'm going to try to hand catch these guys and put them in there. And then we'll try to scoop out the Priscilla tetras and then just dump them in. So got the fish here in the bucket on the floor. Again, I'm going to try to just gently hand grab them and place them in the tank maybe right here. Yeah, right here. That way you guys can see them getting released. So let's go for this. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Let's see. Yeah. Water temp is pretty similar. We're all, okay. Chill out, guys. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. Okay. Nice and gentle. All right. Ready, guys? First fish going in. Oh, man. Look at that guy. Oh, yeah. This is going to look so nice. Especially once I have the full group. You guys need to relax. Relax. Okay. There's another one. Ready? Release. Woo-wee! Yes, sir. All right, we're two for 4 right now. Let's go for the other one. This I think might be the biggest guy. I'll save him for last. Come here. It's okay. I mean, all of these guys are just monsters. Very large, beautiful angels. I mean, let me see if I can look at these guys. Oh man. Get in there, meet your friends, swim around, enjoy the tank. Okay, here we go. Now for the biggest one. This guy, I believe, is the biggest one at least. To me. Let's see, look at this. Oh man, oh man. Go ahead, find your buddies. Woo! Let's go. Sorry for the reflection, but as you guys can see, there's one of them. The other 2 are back there. And the last guy, I think I saw swimming somewhere in the back here. Again, the tank is even cloudier now, just because I did bring the sponge filter in there. So there's sponge filter. You can kind of see right there, the little black block. It's in there. But now I've got the new biomedia here as well. The heaters are going. You can see the tank. About 82 right now, or 80-ish. Oh, man, look at that guy. And again, they are a little stressed out because, again, I just moved them from a 40 or 50 gallon actually to this massive 180, scape planted tank. So they're probably a little stressed. So I'm going to give them a little time. I'm going to go ahead and just grab the Priscilla tetras. And then the cories, I honestly may take the cories and throw them in here. And then maybe grab the electric blue acara and toss him into this tank as well. So let's get to it. So let's see if we can catch these Priscilla tetras. There is still a decent amount of water in here. So these guys are probably going to be breaking my ankles a bit, but we'll see. Let's see here. How many did I catch? None in this net. And in here we got a couple of them. Let's see. We've got 1. Come on, get in the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys. Okay. 5 Priscilla tetras. Let's see how. I know there's definitely more than 5 in this tank. Yeah, let's see. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I believe there's about 14 of them in here. It's a good number. Like that number. 14. Let's see. What do we catch here? We got 1. Get that guy in there. Alrighty, let's see here. Priscilla tetras, let's go. Oh, caught a cory accidentally. Let me just progress. So we got 1 in here, 1 Priscilla tetra. Get in there. Cory, back in the tank. Good job. We got a couple more in here. 1 more in here. There we go. Let's see, they are over here on the left side of the tank. Whoop. Let's see, did I catch any? Got one in the blue net. Okay, how many more are left in here? Let's see, four more, five more. Let's see, nothing in the green, and one more in the blue. Blue net is doing a lot better than green net. Let's see, caught nothing in the blue. Spoke too soon. And two Priscillas and a Cory in the green, so the Cory back in, and two Priscillas go in to the bucket. What do we got in here? Green net one, so there should be one left. Accidentally ripped one of the pothos roots. That's okay. Where are you, little Priscilla Tetra? There you are. Yep, swam right into the green net. Sweet. All right. Let's see here. Do a final head count in here. Doesn't look like there are any more. Counted the Priscilla Tetras one at a time while catching them in one net, bring them to the other. They're all in here. I got 14 total. So let's go ahead and release these guys into the tank. There we go. Those guys look amazing in there. You guys can't really tell, but 14 of them are in there. It looks good. The Ultims are hiding right now, but oh man, look at them schooling in there. Wow. So there they are. These guys actually look a lot better in the Planet tank. Who would have known that fish feel more comfortable in a Planet tank? I'm actually super excited actually to get the rest of the Pristillas that are in here into that tank as well. Just because if it's a bigger school. And then I do have one albino, so that one albino is going to stick out. But they actually look very good in here. The Ultims are still hiding over in the back corner here. Let's see. One there. One there. I don't know where the other two are. There's one in the back over there. There's one little lone Priscilla Tetra all the way over here. Hey guys, this looks super good. Okay guys, and we're here at the tank with the electric blue acara. You can see him kind of over there in the back corner. I'm going to just net this little guy out, pop him into the tank. I am going to dose the 180 with that Fritzime 7 live nitrifying bacteria. Just a little bit of it. And then within maybe like the next couple of days, maybe today is Tuesday, maybe by Thursday, I'll catch out the rest of the Priscilla Tetras and pop them into the 180 as well. I don't think they're going to cause a huge bioload increase in the tank. So let's go ahead and try to catch this electric blue acara out of here. Let me grab my nets real quick. We got the nets. I got the bucket here just in case, but we'll see how things go. These rainbows are very, very quick, boisterous as all hell. There go the electric blue acara is too. By the looks of it. Come on, buddy. I want you to go into a nice big home. Don't you want that? Nice planted home, wood, plants, rocks, all the good stuff. Come on, buddy. Come on, get into the blue. Yeah, into the blue net. Yeah, there we go. You electric blue acara, likes the blue net. Let's get over to the 180. Alrighty, guys, got the electric blue acara in the net. He's going into the 180. There we go. Boom. Nice. I just got a whole bunch of gunk in the tank. Let me see if I can try to swirl this around and net out some of this crap I just got in there. There we go. Okay. There she is. We've got our Priscilla Tetras in there. A nice little electric blue acara here. Again, don't mind the cloudy water. I'm going to have to do a water change on this tank. Ultims, you can see, kind of see them in the back over there. I see how many of them are in there. I think all four of them are in there. They're in that back corner. But yeah, guys, this is looking great. I mean, you can't even tell that there's fish in here, barely. But if it wasn't for the Priscilla Tetras being, in a little group there, school, you wouldn't be able to tell. But super excited to get the rest of these Priscilla Tetras in there because there's maybe 20 to 25 more that I'm going to be tossing in there. So we'll have a nice school of those guys. And I may or may not, I know I said I wanted to put the big albino bristlenose that I had in there, but I don't want him kicking up the sand and just disrupting the substrate that much. I know it's inert, it's just sand, but I don't want it to, cause like huge divots and like make holes and stuff in the tank or in the substrate. So I don't know if I'm gonna put them in there yet. We'll see what I do within the next couple of days. But as of right now, this is how the tank is going to sit. I am going to dose some of the bacteria straight into the sump. That way it's got, all the bacteria it needs to kind of keep everything going in this tank. I know I put, again, the sponge filter from the Alton tank in there. So let me get the bacteria in there, and then I'll pick you guys up in a couple of days when I'm getting ready to toss the rest of the Priscilla tetras in here. Okay, final clip for the day. I did end up catching the albino cories out of this tank that the ultims were in. Moved them over next door, over where my bronze cories are, the rainbows. There's that giant male pleco, and then the rest of the Priscilla tetras. You can see there's a bunch more in there. So I'm thinking by Thursday, I'm adding water to the tank now. I think on Thursday, I'll go ahead and net out the rest of these Priscilla tetras, pop them over into the 180, and then maybe do a water change on the 180 as well, just to, clear things up in there because it is pretty murky. Okay, guys, we're back. It is now Thursday. We're going to be catching out the Priscilla tetras that are in this tank, but as you can see, there is a Marina breeder box on here, and that is because when I had moved the albino cories in here, obviously I had to fill the tank back up because it was pretty low. So I topped off the tank, and that triggered some spawning. So I was able to get about 50 or so eggs. I don't know who they're from. I didn't see it happening. But I have them in here with some alder cones, some Indian almond leaves, and a lot of air. So far, none of them look like they have fungused over, which is a good thing. Hopefully, these guys can hatch. Once they hatch, I'll turn this second air stone off, or at least lower it a lot, and get to raising those guys out. But for now, we're going to leave this breeder box, maybe push it off to the side, drain this water really, really low, and try to catch all these Priscilla tetras to toss into the 180. So let's get straight to draining this tank. Really forgot to start recording, but I already started catching some of the Priscilla tetras. I got 9 in one scoop. There's definitely a lot more in there, so let's just continue scooping and see what I can catch. Again, I am going at it with the double net method. Let's see. I know I caught more than just Priscilla tetras here. We got 3 more. So 9, 10, 11, 12. What do we catch in this net here? My thermometer. That's not what I need. And oh no, the albino. The albino Priscilla tetra. I have 1. Can you see them in there? 1 albino little dude. So we got 13. Let's see. Shove my head in there. All right, so they're in this back corner here under the pothos roots. So let's scoop. 13. That is a big old cory, but I did catch 1 Priscilla, so let's 14. Cory back in the tank. Another cory. 13. Okay. 14 Priscilla tetras. 15 Priscilla tetras. Okay, let's move this bucket out the way. Okay. Ooh, this is a different view of the tank. Wonder if the audio... Oh, caught my big female rainbow. Come on, swim out, big girl. Let me see if I can transfer. Ooh, shit. There we go. Whew, okay, so I was at 15. 16 Priscilla tetras. Jeez, I caught the rainbow fish again? Come here, big girl. Okay, stop wiggling around. There's a Priscilla tetra in here. I think 16. We're at, what, 17? I think you guys will correct me in the comments. 17, 16, 17, I don't know. 18, 19 maybe? I'll have to go back and check my count. All of the fish are in this corner here. There we go. Here's another one. There's another one. Maybe 20. Let's see, any more? Yep, there's one more there. This is a big one. Yep, right into the net. Beautiful. Boop. I believe I got them all, guys. I forgot about this little dude. So I have this little pleco in this tank along with the giant albino guy that you guys can kind of see right there in the corner. This big dude right here, actually. But I have this little guy. Okay, you're all right, little buddy. Oh, dang it, I lost him. I had him in my hands. Let's see if maybe I can net him out. Move. Out the way, big rainbow. You know what? I'm gonna toss this little dude. Oh, I completely missed him. Where is he? This is a nice looking little pleco. I don't know what kind it is, but it looks nice. I'll toss him into this 180. Why not? Let's see if I can grab this little guy. There we go. As you can see here, nice little pleco. I don't know what kind he is. This is belly. Nice colors on him. Let's see if I can show you like this. There he is. I'll add him to the 180. Why not? Here, dip you in there. Get that off here. Whoop, go in there. Okay. Okay, so all the Priscilla tetras are now caught. I'm going to fill this tank back up, count the Priscilla tetras in the bucket, and then dump them into the 180. So let me get to filling this real quick. All right, guys, all the Priscilla tetras are caught and count. There's another 23 of them going into the 180. Here we go. Let's see. I'll put them in right there. Boom. Let's go. Get it there. Here we go. 23 extra Priscilla tetras. I know yesterday I had put in 14, either 14 or 15. Today I noticed that there was a couple of them missing. So I checked and they were actually in the overflow section. I don't know how they got there. I don't know if maybe they just hopped over, you know, from the tank over the overflow box, little cover thing or whatever, and into the overflow area. One of them unfortunately did not make it. I found it in one of the filter socks, actually, just done for. The glass lids are going onto the tank, hopefully either tomorrow or Saturday. I just got to take them outside and pressure wash them and get all the gunk off of them. You go ahead and grab the little pleco that's down here, maybe show you guys, maybe take a few pictures to see if I can get an idea on this guy. Toss him in here. I'm probably never going to see him again. It's about this big, so let's try to catch him real quick. Here he is again, little guy. Again, I'm not too sure what kind of pleco this is. It's like a orangey brown with stripes and stuff like that. Pretty cool looking dude. Maybe like 2.5, 3 inches max. But let's get him into the 180 and never see him again. Ready? Whoop, there he goes, and he's gone. And here's the tank. Here's that little pleco we just added in the corner. He is going to hide somewhere, probably under this driftwood. I'll never see him again. Majority of the Priscilla tetras are back there. You can see the one little albino guy. Here's the electric blue acara. And my 4 ultims are in the back over here. Tank is very cloudy again because I removed the filter socks. They got clogged. So I've got them in the bucket here. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. Look at all the Priscilla tetras there. Oh, man. That looks so good. Look at the one little albino guy in there. That looks really good. Wow. Yeah, guys. So that's pretty much it for today. I will be coming back on Saturday and actually going to be putting these guys in there. So I've got the 2 chameleon whiptail catfish. You can see one right there. And the other one's tail there. Don't mind the brown algae on the glass here. But I'll also be adding my little rope fish to the tank. So super excited to get those guys in here. Had some bottom dwellers in there. Again, I do need to get those lids on here because that rope fish is a jumper. They're a little escape artist. So I want to get the glass lids, put on top of this so I don't have any dried little water noodles on the floor. But that's it for today. I'll catch you guys on Saturday when I will be adding those guys into the tank. Just got a quick clip here for you guys. So I know I had mentioned earlier in the video that I wanted to get bulbitis for this tank, or maybe in the previous video, I wanted to get some bulbitis for this tank. I ended up finding somebody on Facebook, one of the Facebook pages I'm in, one of the fish pages actually, selling a whole bunch of rhizome plants. So I went ahead and got some. I did open them from the box, but this is them here. So this is the bulbitis that I got from them. And then these three are actually a more rare type of, and I put quotation just because I've never heard of them. They probably are very rare, of Java fern. So this is just regular Java fern narrowleaf. This is bar Java fern narrowleaf. And then this one here is actually Singapore Java fern narrowleaf. So this one would be, he imported these himself and sold off these portions. I got these for a really good price. I will tag his Instagram actually. He's got a very nice Aquascaping page. So I will tag him on in the description, I believe it is. I'll figure out where I'll tag him. Maybe I'll pop it up somewhere on the screen here or something like that. But give him a follow. He's got some really good plants and he does ship. So if you guys need some, maybe hit him up and he can get you over some of these rare rhizome plants. I'm gonna be getting these guys into the tank tomorrow. I have to get some of the smaller rocks out of here so I can glue them to the rocks. I might even get some more of the river rocks so I can glue them in there and then glue them to the rocks and pop them in the tank. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow while gluing these guys and moving those guys into the 180. So I'll see you then. We are back, guys. It is now Saturday. Unfortunately, as you can see through my window here, it is Saturday night. Unfortunately, I did not get time to pressure wash my lids that are over there in that back corner. So unfortunately, I will not be putting in my rope fish and the 2 chameleon whiptail catfishes today. I will try to maybe do that tomorrow. But what I can do today is go ahead and get these plants glued to rocks and tossed into the tank here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring you over here, these rocks here. I have a couple small river rocks and some slate with Anubias nano on them. I'm going to take these guys out of here and put them on the foreground in here to replace some of these smaller rocks here. That way I can pop those guys out, glue these to those rocks that I pop out, and then use those with the Anubias already glued on it to kind of give it a little filler in the front to replace those rocks. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get into the tank over there, grab those out, pop them in here, and see where I like where they fit, and then pop some of these guys. I might pop maybe 4 or 5 of these rocks out of here to glue those guys onto it. So let me get over there real quick. And here we go, guys. Got my Sienna Acrylate Super Glue Gel. That's upside down, stupid. Gorilla Super Glue Gel. Got a few rocks here, a couple selections of rocks that I can try and glue some of the plants onto. And then I've got all of my plants here. We got the regular narrow. This is the bulbitis. This is the Singapore narrowleaf Java fern. And then this is the Tom Bar, I believe it was, narrowleaf Java fern. So we're going to try to keep these all in specific little groups. The Singapore I might split up into a couple different groups because it is a bigger portion. And the bulbitis I might split up too, just so I can have it in a couple different spots in the tank. So let's get straight to gluing these onto these rocks. Okay, so as you guys saw that process there with me gluing the bulbitis onto those rocks, I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the, all the different Java ferns that. Okay, guys, so I didn't realize that my mic had died, so I'm just doing a quick voiceover here. But this clip and the next clip, I'm going to be doing voiceovers. But essentially, I'm just talking about how, while I was splitting up the bulbitis, I found little pieces of moss in between all the roots and stuff like that. I was collecting that off to the side. I'm going to use that in the tank elsewhere, but I mean, moss is moss. So essentially, I was just basically saying how I'm going to go ahead and glue the rest of the plants onto the rocks and not really show you guys. This clip here is where I was actually starting to aquascape, and I had a whole bunch to say to the mic. I don't remember what I was saying, but here I basically was just starting with the bulbitis. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think I originally placed it off to the left-hand side. I know I mentioned something about, little warning type of, I'm not a professional aquascape or anything like that. Um, but just basically the placement of the plants and stuff like that. The bulbitis goes there and stuff. So, and you'll see where I basically put all the rest of the plants. So I'm not going to continue to just sit here and talk to you the entire time. So just enjoy, I guess, some nice little music while I finish planting the rest of the, or tossing in the rest of the rocks with the plants glued onto them. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. I just recorded myself putting all the plants and stuff inside of here and didn't realize that my mic had died. So there's that. So I'll probably do a voiceover on what I did there. But basically, as you guys can see here, I added all the smaller pieces of Anubian Nana that I took out of the other tank, throughout here, at the base of a lot of these places here. There's some here, there, and over here as well. I obviously glued all the plants to the rocks, but I put new plant here, the bulbitis here with the Singapore Java fern in the back there, another Java narrow leaf there, and another narrow leaf there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bundles of new plants in there, as well as all the smaller guys, and then all the small pieces of moss that I had actually accumulated. So what I did was I just glued a little bundle to this rock here and to that rock there. So now I have little clumps of moss growing on rock. Hopefully that grows nicely and spreads, but as you can see, the tank is looking much fuller, much greener. It's only going to look better once I put the jungle val in the back. The tank, I'm hoping to keep it low maintenance. The only thing maybe I want to get more of is boosters, because I only have a couple small pieces, which is, again, this small one there, that small one there, and that small one there. So I might want to get a couple more pieces of boost, different types and stuff, maybe different colors, just so I can have different variety. But I love the way the tank is looking right now. Tomorrow I will be hopefully popping these guys into the 180 once I clean the lids, power wash those guys. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And we're back. It is now Sunday. The lids, let's hop up here, have been cleaned and put on the tank. As you can see, this one here in the middle is backwards. So the outer two have the small piece here to that with the little handle to lift up, and then the bigger piece in the back along with the plastic there. Excuse me, guys. My allergies are killing me right now. But the middle one I put backwards, so I put the larger piece here in the middle. That way, let's move this really quick. Wow, that's blinding. But that way, so the larger piece covers most of the opening, Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just see if maybe I can go to like Home Depot and buy maybe some plastic or something like that just to cover this last little piece here, so my rope fish doesn't escape. I am gonna put him in there anyway today. There they are, guys. The two chameleon whiptails and a little rope fish. I might just dump the entire bucket in there because the chameleon whiptails are kind of hard to net. And then the rope fish, he's just very wiggly. So I may just dump this in here. There's maybe less than a gallon in here. So let me get the phone on the tripod so you guys can see them getting put into the 180. Here we go. We're going to dump these guys into the tank. Let me first remove this lid. And I'll dump them in this way. That way you guys can see them. There goes the rope fish. Woo! Sweet. There goes one Farluella, or chameleon whiptail, not Farluella. And there's the other. Oh yeah, those guys look nice in there. Where did the little rope fish go? I lost them already. And there we have it, guys. The 180 is stocked for now. We can see the Priscilla tetras in there. The angels are hiding in the back because I was just messing in the tank. Here's one of the chameleon whiptails. There's number 2 right there. Here's my electric blue acara. The pleco that I put in there is MIA. He is hiding probably somewhere under one of these pieces of wood, which is totally fine. The rope fish, I don't know where he went. I saw him swim somewhere this way and disappeared. So I'll more than likely be having to play Where's Waldo to find those guys, but that's okay. As long as I know they're alive, see them every now and then, I'll be fine. I did plant a little green crypt Wenty that was floating in their tank. I'm going to take their sponge filter, throw it into the sump as well, just to keep the cycle going there. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. As I stocked my 180, again, I am very, very pleased with how things are turning out so far with my Ultims, the Priscilla tetras, the electric blue acara, and then now the whiptails and the rope fish. I do want to get a couple more rope fish and maybe even a couple more of the whiptails. I really like these guys. They're super interesting fish. So stay tuned as I possibly get more of those guys. And obviously in the future, I still have the smaller group of Ultims that I'm going to be putting in here as well. Those guys do have some growing out to do. There goes the little rope fish exploring his home. It's so cool. Oh my God. Sorry, I get distracted easy. But yeah, I still have the other group of Ultims that I want to throw in here. I'm just going to grow them out a little bit longer. They are really small compared to these guys. I don't want them to get bullied or beat up or anything like that. You know, I don't need any mishaps. But again, yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think of the stocking list or the stocking that I have in here now? And if you guys have any suggestions of what other fish I should toss in here, you know, I still need some bottom dwellers. I'm contemplating maybe another school of tetras. I do want to keep it relatively South American. I know I got the rope fish and stuff in here, but yeah, I want some more, you know, more colorful schooling fish. So in the comments, drop any suggestions on what I can stock the tank with, and stay tuned for more builds like this. And last little note, I did just want to thank everybody that has been watching and, you know, subscribed to my channel. I've been posting videos now for what, maybe like 2 or 3-ish months or something like that. And, you know, I'm already at like, I think it's that what I checked earlier, like 225-ish subscribers or so. So I did just want to thank every one of you guys for subscribing. Everybody that's liked the video, commented, just even watched, you know, thank you guys so much. I didn't really think this would kind of go this way, but you know, I'm glad to be here, and I will continue to be making videos, and you know, hope to continue entertaining you guys, showing you guys my fish and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thank you a lot.